Tata EFF Tata. Ayule EFF ayule. Ayule EFF Tshwane ayule. Ayule EFF Sidibeng ayule. Ayule EFF Western ayule. Ayule EFF Joburg ayule. Ayule EFF Ikuruleni ayule. Tata EFF Tata. Thank you very much. Leaders of the revolution, our Deputy President, Secretary General, Deputy Secretary General, Comrade Marshal Dlamini, our Program Director, and all members of the War Council, the Central Command Team, Provincial Command Team, Regional Command Teams, and all ground forces of the EFF who are here today. I also take this opportunity to salute our fellow African brothers and sisters from our continent, the richest continent in the world, and the most beautiful and most diverse continent in the world. We are here today to salute the fighting spirit of revolutionaries who resisted colonialism and subjugation of the black majority. We know that we have gained our own independence, but we cannot claim today that our independence is complete. We know that we're still fighting the legacy of colonialism and imperialism. We're here in Tshwane, the capital city of South Africa, to mark the 55th anniversary of the foundation of the Organization of African Unity. We therefore are here to salute all liberation heroes and heroines, the kings and the queens who resisted colonial invasion, and the freedom fighters who refused to bow to the colonial masters. We are here to salute Haile Selassie, Julius Nyerere, Kwame Nkrumah, Kenneth Kaunda, Patrice Lumumba, Amilcar Cabral, Thomas Sankara, Nelson Mandela, Steve Biko, and all those who made us proud by resisting colonialism and imperialism. Fighters, each year we take a pause on the 25th of May to celebrate Africa, reflect on the long journey of political emancipation we have traveled, and defeat of imperialism, and make an effort to understand the challenges we face today as a continent. We today, 55 years later since the formation of the Organization of African Unity in 1963, the formation of OAU, which was later dissolved in 2002 and was replaced with AU as we know it today, was as a result of a meeting of progressive Pan-Africanists who met in Addis Ababa. Africa Day is a celebration and recognition of Pan-Africanism. We must not make a mistake, comrades, and confuse this day to be meaning any other day. This day, it's a day where we celebrate ourselves. This day, it's a day where we tell the whole world and those who care to listen that we are Africans and we are proud. We are not ashamed of being Africans. We are not ashamed of being black. But we must ask ourselves a question. Why is Africa Day not a public holiday in South Africa? Why do we have useless holidays like Reconciliation Day? Reconciling with who? Because the actual Reconciliation Day is the day those invaders defeated Zulus. It's not an honest day which deserves to be celebrated by ourselves. Today, we should not be at work. Today, we should not be at school. We should all be gathering to remind ourselves of who we are and where we come from. We are even made to celebrate Christmas Day. Yet, it has got nothing to do with us. This day has got everything else to do with us. That is the birth of a progressive Africa. That's when Africa realized its purpose and identified its rightful place in the politics of the world. This is the day we should be saying, Pambiringe Chimorenga, because the struggles continues. We will never say Pambiringe Chimorenga if we don't know what is Chimorenga. What is the struggle? How do we know about the struggle? This day should be a holiday so that proper reflections are made to teach the young ones about these days, to teach ourselves of where we come from in order to chart a way forward. We hate one another today. We kill one another today because we don't know who we are. We call people Zimbabweans. We call people Malawians. We call people who come from outside Makwerekwere, whereas we are Makwerekwere ourselves because we come from where those people come from. None of us come from here. We came from the north and found the Khoi and the San here in Southern Africa, and we settled here. The Khoi and the San welcomed us here. So we should welcome others as well, the same way we were welcomed here. Know your history. You will appreciate our fellow brothers and sisters from Africa. Fellow South Africans, let us celebrate Pan-Africanists like Julius Nyerere. Those are the people we should know their history. Those are the people who welcomed the ANC and the PAC in exile in Tanzania, made it possible for them to be trained and come back to fight against the nonsensical, murderous apartheid regime. Today, when we see people from Tanzania, we see enemies. We see people who threaten us because we don't know the history of Africa. That it was people like Julius Nyerere who hosted us, who received us when it was difficult in South Africa during the times of apartheid. You will never appreciate Tanzania. You will never know the role that Tanzania played in our struggle. You will never know the role Julius Nyerere played in the revolution, because those who write our history, they distort it to suit the white man and project all our heroes as monsters who never did anything for Africa. Comrades, we must celebrate African leaders in a manner that is befitting of celebrating such leaders. We must know who's Nkwame Nkrumah. What did Nkwame Nkrumah do for the continent of Africa? The father of independent Ghana, who said it is never enough to liberate Ghana alone, for as long as other African countries are still oppressed, Ghana is not free. We are free today because of the visionary leadership of Nkwame Nkrumah. We need to know these people and know what role they've played. Who is Kenneth Kaunda? Can you tell us the role that independent Zambia played in the liberation of Southern Africa and South Africa in particular? Who is Thomas Sankara? What did Thomas Sankara do for the people of his country and the whole of African continent? Burkina Faso new real leadership with Thomas Sankara, the man who initiated progressive programs in Burkina Faso, the man who replaced the Mercedes-Benz we are driving with Reynolds, who said we cannot drive big cars when our people are suffering. We must downgrade the cars and drive in cars that will not create an impression that we are in it for ourselves. We must make sure that we have leaders who look up to Thomas Sankara as one of their own. Not these leaders who are imposed on us, who are imposed by white media on us. We need leaders that have contributed to make us who we are. Eduardo Mondlane in Mozambique, the founder, president of Frelimo, the man who brought all progressive formations in Mozambique together and formed a progressive organization which contributed to the liberation of Southern Africa. In Mozambique, there was Samora Machel. Today, we are not sure if Samora Machel should be regarded as a hero because of signing the Komati Accord with the apartheid regime. We don't even know what is Komati Accord that Samora Machel wrote or signed rather, because the Boers only tell us the good signs and the good things that they think we want to hear. But Samora Machel, a product of Eduardo Mondlane, made a terrible mistake when he signed the Komati Accord with the Boers, because no progressive leader should have entered into any form of an accord with a murderous regime that was apartheid. Amilcar Cabral always teaches us to always respect and tell the truth. Amilcar Cabral was one of the great intellectuals and revolutionary leaders produced by our continent. We must be able to celebrate Muammar Gaddafi, the brother leader of Libya, who was killed by Jacob Zuma, who signed with the West that Gaddafi must be killed. Muammar Gaddafi was killed by the ANC government. The ANC government must take full responsibility for killing a brother leader who wanted to unite the whole of Africa and create one currency which will not be reliant on the US dollar. The brother leader who gave the people of Libya land, who gave the people of Libya houses, livestock, seeds, and equipment to work the land. The man who gave the people of Libya free electricity, free education. The man who created a state bank in Libya. The man who gave women $5,000 every time they gave birth as a sign of appreciation. A tried and tested leader of Africa. Today, Gaddafi would have been alive if the ANC did not collaborate with killers and killed the progressive leader of Libya. Fellow fighters, we must appreciate that we need progressive government. We must not say these parties have fought for our liberation, therefore they've got a right to abuse us. The abuse we see in Angola under the leadership of Dos Santos is unacceptable. We need the people of Angola to choose a government of their own without any form of intimidation. In Angola, there is a crazy law where they say you can't criticize the president. Imagine if that law was in South Africa. We will be in jail, all of us sitting here, because it was all of us who said Zuma's head looks like a butternut. That was a jail term if we're in Angola. We were going to be arrested in Angola. Journalists are being harassed. Journalists are being arrested in Angola. Even when the new leadership is elected in Angola today, journalists still are facing a serious separation from the government of Angola. We must not allow that to happen in Angola. Nkurunziza in Burundi wants to be president until he sees his grave. We don't want leaders who leave the position of president through a coffin. Leaders must come and go because there are no permanent leaders. Africa is spoiled of leaders. Nkurunziza in Burundi must step down. He must allow the Burundi people the right to choose their own leaders without any problem. The same thing happens in Cameroon. Biya must respect political parties, particularly the opposition, and stop killing the innocent. We want the people of Cameroon to exercise their democratic right without fear, without favor, and they must choose a government of their own. The same thing in DRC. When Joseph Kabila came, we thought he was ushering in some hope. We don't understand why Kabila wants to be a permanent leader. He must retire. He's still very young. He can find himself a new hobby and leave the office of the president to much younger people who are elected in a democratic way. We don't want this thing they are doing in DRC where you raise your head and oppose Kabila, you disappear. Those type of things must finish, because if we don't have progressive governments in Africa, our people are going to lose hope and faith in democracy. Djibouti, the same thing. Egypt, the same thing. Our people, even after fighting successfully in Egypt, they are back to square one. We want democratic principles to be practiced everywhere else. In Ethiopia, every corner of Africa. We're saying here today, Morocco, you must leave Western Sahara alone. Leave the occupied territory of Western Sahara and allow Polisario to lead the Sahrawi people. Because the Western Sahara people have got their own leaders, and those leaders must be respected. We don't recognize the apartheid Morocco. We say to Paul Kagame, you have done very well in growing the economy of Rwanda and gave our people opportunities. But please respect the political rights of your rivals. Kagame, allow the opposition to exist in Rwanda. Stop this nonsense of kidnapping people who disagree with you and killing the people who disagree with you. We're saying to Southern Sudan and Sudan itself, please find peace with yourself. You cannot be in a permanent conflict with yourself. Respect the human rights, because the violation of human rights is a crime against humanity. And we have no respect for Bashir, who has committed crimes against humanity. We want people who respect our people. Here at home, Eswatini, King Muswati, please leave politics to politicians. and continue marrying as you want to marry many women, it's fine. It's your own problem. But release the political prisoners in Swaziland. We want total freedom in Swaziland. We don't want the king to interfere with the freedoms of the people of Swaziland. So we are saying to the king, please allow the people of Eswatini. What a beautiful name. This monarch of Swaziland, this dictator of Swaziland, he thinks better than the ANC people. He has changed a colonial name, Swaziland, to Eswatini. South Africa, we still don't have a name till today. Because South Africa is not a name, it's a direction. South of Africa, it's not a name. We need a name for this beautiful country. And that name will be given to this country by the EFF when we take over power in 2019. This country shall be declared Azania because it is Azania. So we don't want to be called South Africa to please the colonizers. We are not South Africa. We are Azania. That's who we are. And if the ANC is scared of white people and they don't want to give this country a beautiful African name, we will do so. We will do the same with all the cities in South Africa. There will not be a town and a city with a colonial name. There will not be DF Malan Street. There will not be Fairwood Street. There won't be a name of any murderer named after our streets. The ANC, the way they are so useless, they even fail to just change a name and put in African names. We want Gaddafi's names on our streets. We want Nkuruma's names on our streets. We want Sankara's names on our streets. We want Steve Biko Airport in East London. We want Winnie Mandela Airport in Cape Town. We want airports named after progressive forces. Not everything Nelson Mandela, Nelson Mandela, Nelson Mandela. Even collapsing toilets in Eastern Cape, they are called Nelson Mandela toilets. We can't have everything Nelson Mandela. As if we are running short of names, beautiful names as a continent. It must come to an end. Because Africa Day means that we must assume the African identity. And in assuming African identity, we must start naming things by their rightful names. Start with your children. You cannot call your children with white people's names. You call your child Prince. Prince. If you get Hoshi, I remember what you Hoshi. Prince Giseloma. Bakagolo Bapala Lugu Vicha Prince. Bichamba Nabale Naka Maina need. Wabona rna re bitjwa bo Julius. Ka re bo marna be banyaka mebereko ya di kitchen. Ba tshaba o lwa le makgowa. Rena be re name-iwa after makgowa a bo marena le bo papa rena. O no kwa ba re ngwana ke Suzetta. O re Suzetta ke mabare ke lekgowa la mmane ao. Bichambana ba lena ka maina a ma-Afrika. Bichambana ba lena ka maina a setho. Ka maina a o tlhompheha. Nna ke na le bana ba bararo. Ha ona le motiwa o ba le leina la bo ba batho ba bashweu. Ha ona le kgowa le o ka tlakana le lona ba re ke Sello. O ba re ke Lethabo. Mara le busy mo. Le ke pitša ka maina a makgowa ebile le re ke lena di slave queen. Ha ona leina la Sotho ba na la slave queen batho ba re ba fe leina la nnete na. Kabara le vitja o ka maina a nnete. La saki pitja di slave queen. Le ta bona le ta thoma o dia lwetja nnete. Ke magaswa a makgowa a dielang gore le ta le strata. Le ke pitja le dia dilo tša makgowa. A re dieng dilo tša ma-Afrika. Dilo tša borena. Ge e le gore o na le ngwana after 1994, o mo theile ka leina la makgowa, o tsebe gore o latlheile, a una tokologo. Tokologo e thoma ka wena. Tokologo a e tle le motho mongwe. You must first liberate yourself, liberate your mind from white oppression, from white slavery. The liberation of individual mind is important. For as long as your mind is in the hands of the white oppressors, you will never see the need to be a proud African who takes no nonsense from no one, particularly from white minorities. Africa means self-love. African means you must love yourself, and you cannot love yourself through identifying yourself with colonizers. And what colonizers want you to do. Today, when we say to our people, we need our land, you are the first one to say, Malema is going to put us into poverty. Why? You heard a white man saying that. You don't believe in that. You believe in everything that white man says. Today, white people say Cyril Ramaphosa is the best president. You all believe that. Why? Because white men love Cyril Ramaphosa. You love everything else that white man loves. Because you have made yourself in the image of your colonizers. Liberate yourself. I mean, Cyril Ramaphosa says, I'm going to take half of my salary and give it to the poor. You all clap hands as if it's the masterpiece. But this man is worth billions. Why can't he take half of what is worth and give it to the poor? Why can't he take $500 million and give it to the poor? Nelson Mandela Tumamina. Tumamina ka ile khodu. Ro Roma wo utswa. Tumamina. Banyaka utswa. Why Tumamina yao Nelson Mandela? Why is Tumamina money not going to Deep Slot? Why the Tumamina money not going to Oliven? Why is it not going to Atteridgeville? Why is it not going to Mamelodi and form Mamelodi Tumamina Fund and take all the kids in Mamelodi who are struggling, who have surrendered to Nyaupe, rehabilitate them, take them to school and make them better people? Why do you take money where there is money? Nelson Mandela doesn't need Cyril Ramaphosa's money. He's got the money. Why are you not taking the money to Venda? Baduda ma di ava Venda. Tumamina ma di Venda. Useless Tumamina, which follows white narrative. Ramaphosa wants to go in the same direction as the roads of God. Mandela Roads Scholarship. Mandela Tumamina, copycat of whiteness. We want the original thing. A genuine one will take his half of his wealth and give to the poor. Cyril doesn't need a salary. He's doing that position. He took that position because of deal making. For him is to go around the world making deals. That's why he wants to be president. He doesn't want to be president for salary. He doesn't want to be president for the poor. He doesn't want to be president for the HIV patient. No. He wants to be president so that he can have access to world leaders and then they clinch deals. He is not a leader. He is a deal maker. That's who he is. But white people want us to believe that we got our savior. We've got an angel, Cyril Ramaphosa, who's coming to save us. That's why the EFF will never appear on ENCA. ENCA has taken a decision to promote Ramaphosa. Every news at night, they put Ramaphosa's picture at the back of the news anchors. Where have you ever seen such madness? Not even the Gupta TV did what ENCA is doing. The Guptas never had Zuma at the back of the anchors. This white people-owned media is worse than the Gupta media. Every day, Mbuyiseni Ndlozi went to do some useless show there. Behind Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, there was Cyril Ramaphosa poster. Why? Why would an independent media house put a face of a politician? Not even SABC does that. If it was done by the SABC, we will understand maybe it's a public broadcaster, it's funded by government and all sorts of things. It's not even funded by government, SABC. Not even SABC puts Ramaphosa's picture. ENCA wants to put that picture until the elections. Why? Because white people want to impose Ramaphosa on us. Why are they doing that? Because they know that we are not liberated. Once it is said by a white man, we are going to buy into it because umlungu khulumi. That's a mentality of those who are enslaved. Umlungu khulumi. Every time it is said by a white man, it's a gospel truth. That's why the ENCA is engaging in that campaign of imposing Ramaphosa on the people of South Africa. We must never allow that. We must reject Ramaphosa for what he did to our people in Marikana. We must reject Ramaphosa for buying 18 million buffalo. We must reject Ramaphosa for establishing Nelson Mandela Tumamina and not taking the money where it's supposed to go. It is a misdirected type of an intervention. The money must go to the squatter camps. The money must go to the landless people. The money must go to the unemployed people. The money must go to the children of the domestic workers. That's where we need this money. I said before that the way Ramaphosa is too white. For sure, he even blames his parents for being black. Or why am I not born in a Van der Merwe family or something? For sure, he's even not so proud of being Venda. I mean, Ramaphosa has got an accent. Where did Ramaphosa get an accent from? Because the guy went to school there in Shawela. From Shawela, he went to Tefliop. There is no accent there. He has never met accent anywhere. But he wants to be at the close proximity of whiteness. He had to adjust his beautiful nose so that he can sound like white people. We are led here in South Africa by cowards. Hospitals are not working. Public hospitals have collapsed. Bakhekulu abasanyaka uya dipetlele. Ha lwala o ru muisha spetlele walla. O re unyogorbo mpula ya ba mfeleletse. Our old people have lost confidence in the public health care. They don't trust it because we are led by cowards who can't turn around the facilities that are used by black people to better the lives of black people. The economy of South Africa continues to be in the hands of the minorities. BEE has never transferred money into the hands of black people. We are more poorer than ever before. Crime in South Africa is very high. Crime in South Africa is even committed by soldiers, by police, by people who are supposed to protect us. They are stealing left, right, and center. Cash in transit haste, more than 100 in less than a year, 2018. Why? Ditsotsi adi chabe barrio. Ditsotsi di lebeletse Ramaphosa di rantwe robichi. Barai, ditleba ja Pitori ja rantwe latlile. Aba utsi chelete. Ba utswa ba be ba epele ka mo di jarateng. Ke ka mokgo government ya rona e latlileng ka teng ba utswa chelete batho. Because there is no vibrant leadership. There is no firm leadership. Bekikele can do so much. If you have a president who's a coward, there's nothing you can do. I've never heard Ramaphosa speaking firmly against crime and criminals. I've never heard Ramaphosa calling upon the police to arm themselves and make anyone who points a gun at them to meet his maker quickly. Because police are unable to protect us. Because the criminals are armed and dangerous than the police. Our police are carrying useless firearms here. Criminals are carrying AK-47. What will police do? A policeman is told to shoot a warning before shooting a criminal. How do you shoot a warning with a 9mm when a person is carrying a killing machine? Let me tell you, under the EFF government, any criminal found to be in possession of a dangerous weapon and threatening the lives of law enforcement officers and innocent South Africans, there will be a brown tent in his family. They shall erect a tent that weekend to bury the criminal. We will not bury police officers under the EFF government. We will not bury innocent people under the EFF government. There shall be funerals after funerals of criminals in Soshanguve, in Mamelodi, in Atteridgeville, including here in Sun City, in Sunnyside. Because the police station here in Sunnyside is useless. The police of Sunnyside are in cahoots with criminals and the drug dealers. Here in Sunnyside, there are buildings where drugs are sold freely and police are not doing anything about it. And you must stop this nonsense of saying it's Nigerians who are selling drugs. It's not Nigerians. Even your own brothers are selling drugs here, working with our brothers from Africa. It doesn't matter whether you are from Nigeria or you are from Mamelodi. You are a drug dealer, and you must be treated as such. Don't say, no, there are Nigerians here. Hey, huh? There is no Nigerian who has ever been convicted, successfully sent to prison for having killed a young female in South Africa. Kelena, the South Africans, le bolayamba na ba bolena. Let no, what John? Eh, ungwana batho khwela. What John? Ah, Jola, why usamulisi? Karlo ena wa Jola for dom. ene ngwana o ke gala o kry-a ka di-SMS tša o ngwadiwa ka sekgowa sa go robeya mo o jola John. She never killed you. O phela a o forgiva. O eta ka di-makeup tša o cheaper mo di-hempeng a o forgiva. A o kry-a ka di-used condoms ka mo morabeng a o forgiva. Mara because o na le low self-esteem, a wena o ka kry-a o ka re ngwana modimo o entse phosonyana e one. Yes, sis. O ta kwa motho. Ka gore wa ke nyatša. A le bolaya bana ba because of anything. Le ba bolaya ka low self-esteem. Ke riang bonna ba lena mo le botimeditšeng ona. Le tla bona le ka sa bolaya basadi. Bonna ba lena botimedi. A so belegwe le ngwano. A se ngwana mmao. Fitela pele. A ile re kwa botlhoko. Fitela pele. Aye. Hey man, re tshwere bothata mo man. Le bolaya bana ba batho mo le re nyatšiša ka batho. Nke le ke kry-e bonna ba lena man. Please. Nke le hlompe basadi. Bo Afrika ke o hlompa mosadi. Because basadi ba ma Afrika ke di queen ka moka na bona. They are royalty. Hlompa basadi, protect women, fight for women. How ka re o tsamaya ka strata wa kry-a moshimane a betha mosadi. O swantse o e tsene. Le a sister a ka re mo wena re o ska e tsena he ke ya ka le motho wa ka wa e tsena o nya ke permission ya hae o a e tsena. O mmotsa gore wena ke bolelle wena. Sesi a ke bolelle wena. Ke bolela le mpare. Because ever men are trash ba ra le nna ke ka baka la stlela se. Ke addressa stlela se. I'm not talking to you. Of course, the sister barna batla zama ore ay o ska mamela ntho attenda muisao. O mmotsa e ba monna. O tloela o betha basadi. Basadi abanya ke tshireletso ya rena. They don't want us to protect them. They just want us not to abuse them. Then there won't be a protection. Hey, we are protecting women. We are not protecting women. We must stop the abuse of women. Ubethamu say, ngindota mina. Ngindota. Angizojoyela ngimfazi mina, ngindota. Ndoda kai. Iyatha ke ntsha ufite udie bundoda ba betha ba unchameno. Oba bone basadi how ba shapa asalwe aba in a defense mode. Umona motho wa modimo re halwe unyaka we explain us still when she's not fighting you still see a need. You actually charge more. Please fight us. It starts in the EFF. It starts here. Habasadi ba kena ko basing. Banna ba emella ba fa basadi ditulo. Ko ba gentlemen. How can we yet a soul fighter? Otsbor, you are close to being a powerful leader of our revolution. Let us respect our women. Let us respect our elders. Let us disagree with them in a dignified way. Respect is not fear. Baba ngweba lena lere basadi ba ke bona ba ithoma ba thoma basadi ba le ba ka thoma. There is no amount of justification you can give for abuse of women. Let us protect African children. Batu baba sokola baba sadiba. Our women are struggling. Firstly, they are struggling with the children who have been abandoned by their own fathers. Secondly, they are struggling because they can't get jobs, because those who employ do not trust African women. They don't have land. They don't have economic power. They do not have the means of survival. The whole country, the whole economic system is anti-women. Everything they do is against women. Men of our country have declared war against women. They've had enough. Allow them to have peace when they are in the presence of their fellow fighters. In the EFF, women are not a tool to be used in a bedroom. Women in the EFF are equal partners. They can lead the revolution. We can have a female CIC in the EFF because in the EFF we are equal. What brings us together in the EFF is an oppression of black people. Women are oppressed the same way you are oppressed. Why do you want to oppress them? You will see it befitting to oppress them, but you don't see the oppression of white minority on you as being justifiable. If you don't want the minorities to oppress you, stop oppressing yourself, stop oppressing women, stop beating up children. Let us have a dignified African arrangement where we speak to each other with respect and dignity. Banabesu, next year at the election, let's go and take this government. Kelebodi jor government de la tlile. Ebile di tsotsi tsa Pitori di a itjea. Di itjea ka Vorvai. Na re nke ka Vorvai re batla enka pina. Mara re ka se nke pila o sa register. O no tsamaya or fighter, useless fighter o se register. As wena fighter o mpi. Ebile o sata dilong tsa rona o sa register. Because registration means that you are armed. Why you rena re tshware dithunya wena o sa tshware dithunya? O mpi. Registration is a weapon that we are going to use to destroy the ANC. We must register to kill the ANC. How's a registrar? O unka space man. Re batla batho ba registerileng. Batho ba ma Africa ale register, and I don't understand why. O ha re nka lefase ko wena motho wa mathomo ka mazenke mo bola. Hey, let's occupy the land. O batla lefase mara ha wa register. Ha re a matcha re a masipaleng wa Tshwane re batla o hire ma security o matcha le rona mara a wa register. Because how batla match ho batla rinke power ru hire pila mo mosebetsing o batlang. Why linyaka o matcha for the rest of your life? Mandela o matchiche on our behalf, man. Rena re swantse re no vote once. Ntho tsa rena di tle hantle. Re thole matlu. Bana ba rena ba thole mesebetsi. And ba ska thola mesebetsi ka o robala le soli wa meyara. Ba thole mesebetsi ka di qualification tsa bona. Bana ba batla free education. Why le batla free education ka o matcha? Harien ro vote, register to vote. EFF it at least a free education. We antle ra re dlale. Ha re ntore yetsa re yetsa. Salera re zuma o tlo tsamaya ka lenwa yo ala mo 22 le ra. Hai, he Malema o nana re kena ma ka tsamaisa Zuma. Zuma ha tsamaye fela. Awa o ya le ka mo Kgoshi Mampuru prison ka. Re le boditse ra re Zuma o tlo tshwarwa. But ba ANC ba re ahlanya. Zuma o ya trongo. It's not even a joke. Di lawyer ra di tsamai. Tšhelete a isa le teng. Re ngwaletse Ramaphosa lengwalo ra re go Ramaphosa ha o tswela pele o patala tšhelete ya Zuma di lawyera re tshwara le wena yo wa mo tseba gore ke lefea yoang Ramaphosa a re wa bo Malema ya a re hey motho a ye toronkong Ramaphosa a sa oppose hawa Zuma a re sa patala di lawyera tša hae ana tšhelete toronkong di Gupta di tsamaile ka tšhelete di ile Dubai ha re bua ntho re a etsa. But we need you to give us legitimate power by registering to vote. I'll check motho mo ga fulu wena mo check ka speed o register le na check mo check na mo check motho check yeah le mo busing ha re tla ka usane ha re kena meeting wa EFF ha re yo occupy land ha re yo lwela di opportunity go di mining ha ba fitla o ba check mo gaufi le wena o registerile na o nyaka lefatshe jwang o sa registera because batho ba ba tlo re fa lefatshe ke EFF le balang ha una ANC e tlo le fa lefatshe ha una parliament e tlo le fa lefatshe. They've all retreated on the land question. We are left alone. The EFF is the only party that follows up on Robert Sobukwe's commitment. Ke rena re tlo le fan lefatshe re le fa lefatshe hona no re se puso imagine ha nke be re le puso because na land re occupy papa ebile re emele permission wa re nya ke permission ra occupy mapodisa le tja raba bullet ra chava then ra boya after beke ra checka ro ga re ba lathile ra bia mekhukhwana mola bon re ke timishana le bona o fitela re nna stlhala ke nkane ba rate stlhala ke nkane ke lefatshe la rona a se lefatshe la ANC a se lefatshe la Ramaphosa ha una lekgowa le le tlileng le lefatshe mo South Africa. The land belongs to the people of South Africa. The land shall be occupied by the people of South Africa, whether they kill us, whether they arrest us, whether they shoot us, we shall occupy the land. The land belongs to all who live in it. This is our land. We must die for it. They died for it, those who came before us. Hey, die for something. Generations to come will salute you. Boku kubaro na ba shwetse mekuku ya mamelo. Mekuku ibitswa di forum nyana tsa puso apartheid. Bo mama rona ba shwela ka mo. Le wena o tlo shwela ka mo. You must say it stops with me. My children are going to inherit a proper life, not a life of suffering, not a life of pain, not a life of nightmare. My children are going to inherit a dignified life. I'm going to start now. I'm going to fight for my children. Where does it start? It starts with the land. The land belongs to our children. The land belongs to our ancestors. It is our land. They can do whatever they want to do. We must never retreat on the land question. We are going to give you the land with or without the ANC and the DA. We don't need them. Even if it takes us forever, we shall fight for this land. Fighters, Tshwane is going to RPA this weekend. Joburg, Ekurhuleni, and Sitibeng, Western, most of our regions are going to their regional conferences. We want maximum discipline. Arulele di tulo mo EFF. Skabata mo tolwela di tulo mo EFF. Hai o batla o lwela ditulo. Tsamaya ka mo ANC ka mo. O baka le bo supra mahoma pelo. Mokgatlo wa dikhuruku. Makgodu. Aye. Weekend ye. Hari ya go di conference in EFF. Let us give our people hope through how we conduct ourselves. Batswadi ba rona ba re shebile ba le ko mahaeng ba re future ya bana ba rena shiona. We don't want people who are fighting for positions in the EFF. We are not here for ourselves and our families. We are here for the poor of the poorest. Re lwela batho ba mekhukhu, tloelang o lwela dimpa tša lena. Rena re mokgatlo wa batho ba o lwela mpa tša bona, re mokgatlo wa majammogo. E le o mokgatlo, e le o nyaka o berekela family ya hao, le bana ba hao, le bakgotsi ba hao. Arie, ANC o emetše le kgodu kwena. Adiba ye, Amanda! Amanda! Long live EFF, long live! I wule EFF, I wule! I wule EFF Tshwane, I wule! Tata 2019, Tata! Right here, Puso 2019, right here! Right here, Puso 2019, right here! It's Amaile, Gauteng, it's Amaile! It's Amaile, Gauteng, it's Amaile! Fatsika David Makura, Fatsi! Fatsika David Makura, Fatsi! Auno Maguvi! Siaya! Siaya! No Maguvi! Siaya! Siaya! No mabese tobola.